Hey there. Um, Today I was thinking about intuition, especially in its regards to how it's not logical action. And when people think of intuition, if you don't know, intuition is a strong gut feeling that you have about something, and a lot of people compare it to like divine intervention, but it's different than that because divine intervention is something that is very otherworldly, and intuition is, it can be tied to that, sure, if you're a spiritual person. However, there are non-spiritual people who have very good intuition, I want to say. And I think the intuition is inherently tied to wisdom, right? Right. And if you have been given good mentors, sometimes your intuition can lead you to places that are great. But if you are heading down a path in life, and say you're a pathological liar, so to speak, your intuitions can lead you down the wrong places, right? And that's interesting because it's a gut feeling, right? And so it's based on your actions and what's habitual to you. So if you have really bad habits, your intuition can lead you to lie. In a circumstance where you feel like you're in danger, your intuition can lead you to be in self-preservation mode. Your intuition can guide you to take action and do something about a situation, or it can guide you to not do something. And I think when I take tests, I can have a very logical process. However, there's an intuitive aspect to it where, like, if there's a question and I don't know the answer, I kind of use my intuition. And what do I mean by that? I look for the wrong answers. My intuition will tell me, okay, I don't know what's right, but I do know this is wrong and this is wrong. It's no longer a 25% chance because I know these two things are wrong. It's now a 50-50 chance, and that increases your odds. And I wanted to compare that to a unconscious logical process, because when you use logic and you use it on a level where you're not even consciously aware that you're using it, but most of the time people are consciously aware of their thoughts and whether they're logical or not, but sometimes they're not. It can feel like intuition, however, that process, you can write it out. Intuition, the difference between intuition and a logical process, gut feeling, is a logical process you can explain. You can write that out on paper. You can reverse engineer that. Intuition? Nah, dude. Good luck trying to write out intuition in a logical process. It is so difficult to put into words. However, I'm going to attempt anyways. Like, for example, like an intuitive process might be, there's a family member that is in danger, and you're very close to that family member, and say that they're stuck underneath a car, right? Your ability to want to help them will be increased by the adrenaline, and then your intuition is going to be like, your body's going to say no, and you're going to freeze, right? Your body will. But your intuition, your gut, is going to be like, do something. And there's going to be a little bit of a war that lasts like 5 seconds within you about whether you're going to do something about helping that person, right? And a logical process that's, somewhat unconscious is going to be more self-preservation based. It's going to be, this situation is dangerous. I'm freezing. It would be logical right now to say we need to keep pressing forward. This person, even though they're in danger, there's not a whole lot we can do about this. But your intuition, it's not logical. It's going to be like, we're going to lift this dang car off this person and we're going to get them alive, you know? We're going to get them out alive. And so when I think about intuition, it's really subjective, and it can lead you to do some crazy gnarly stuff. And I think a logical process is a lot better for if you're taking like a test. I mean, intuition is good. They're both tools that are really useful, but it's really fascinating to think about the differences, right? When I think about a logical process, it's going to be a little more self-preservation. It's going to be easier to explain, and it's going to take you to a conclusion. Whereas intuition, it's going to be harder to explain. Sometimes it's illogical. At times it can be logical, but sometimes it can't. And I believe it doesn't come to conclusions. It actually leaves things open-ended. So I wanted to give kind of a difference there. And, you know, in regards to divine intervention, because I brought that up too, that's its own thing, you know? And that's very subjective to what you believe. And divine intervention, I'll dig into that later. But, yeah, I hope you all have a good day.